Hey guys, Kev here, and I just got back from a nice day trip meeting up with some of the knife buddies. Met up with Backpack B to do a collection dive over at Joe's house. Joe is a good buddy, and it was awesome. So we hung out for like 4 hours, ate some pizza, chatted with Joe and his son Zach, and we did a collection dive of both their collections, which was awesome. And we drank LaCroix. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of show what I brought back. A lot of it's mine. Some of it's new stuff to check out. I also got stickers here from Brent, Backpack B. He's got this really cool sticker there. You got like a clear sort of decal sticker you could throw on a car, I guess. I'm not sure what that's for. And then you have this one as well, the Mirror Edge Knife Gang sticker right here. So I'll leave those up here along with mine. And let's go through here. So I think these are all mine. Or, you know, knives I have in on loan, whatever. I didn't have a knife over here? Interesting. Let me put this under here. So this is obviously the Socom Bravo right here, made by Relicanth Knives, and I've learned more and more that this detent is just very bad. Now it drops shut because of that, but I don't know. It's a good knife. It just bugs me a little bit with that detent. This is my knife, the Satori 2.0 from CKF. We have that. And let's see. Another one of mine here. We have a loaner that I brought for them to check out, the ADV Savage. I've already done a video on that guy. We have the Slayback, which I brought because I am selling it currently, and I thought maybe one of those guys would want it, but it turns out they both have one or two already. So that's the Slayback in ZDP 189. And then I have my F5.5 from XM-18 Supply in the black micarta and acid etched blade. Absolutely loving this guy. Basically drop shut. Just really sweet knife. Digging the black micarta. All right, and then we have some cool loaner stuff here. This is actually a pen from Grimsmo Knives. Check out this case. It's actually, see that? It's like a magnet at the end there. It just fires down. I love that. There must be a magnet built in under here. Yep, there you go. Right there. That's so cool. And Joe actually let me check this out. I really want one now. I don't think I'd ever handle. I think I did handle his at one point, and I just didn't spend much time with it. But now that I have, I really like it. You kind of have a spinner thing back here, as well as it disengages the knife, and there's your clicker. But the cool thing is, this knife takes Parker refills, I think. I'm going to test that now. This is the Schmitz 900. I always thought it was Schmitz 9000, but it's 900. And I grabbed one of my Parker refills. And if this works, then I definitely want one of these. They have sort of a custom waiting list sort of thing. It's like a maker's choice deal. So I've signed up for that. Let me put this over here with the loaner stuff. And let's check out how she writes. Yeah, so she writes well. I just like the mechanism. I like the simplicity of it, yet you kind of have this cool feature back here. My current favorite pens are the Urban Survival Gear Tie Scribe Mini Go, I think it's called. And you can see this is like my size range right here. I also love the Refined Co. EP1. They're all in that same size range. They all take those Parker refills, which I love, right? They all have a cool mechanism. These two are sort of bolt action, but they're super lightweight bolt action. I hate when the mechanism weighs down the back of the knife. And this does that a little bit. It's a little bit heavy up in this area, but it's not bad, and the size is good. It would work really well for me, and I like when you get a good amount of tip, know what I mean? And this one, you definitely get that on more so than I think either of these. See there? You get more tip on the Saga. Now, of course, the Saga is probably the most expensive one. I think they start around 200 something, and it's basically a $300 pen. But titanium, nicely milled. This clip looks pretty good. So I'm going to be really interested to see how I like this over a period of time. Oh, look at that. It's numbered. Number 2576. That's what it looks like. Saga. That's cool. So let's put that there. It's made in Canada by the Grimsmo brothers from Grimsmo Knives, which is cool. Joe is a big Grimsmo fan. He has a Rask. He has a Norseman, so it makes sense. Backpack B also hooked it up with, looks like I got a few more stickers here. So another one of these, 2 more of these, or maybe 5 more of those, which is good. Those will go into giveaways and stuff so people can check out his channel. Same with those. Perfect. He gave me this. These are screws, actually, that go with a clip that he gave me. So check this out. There is a artisan clip that you can buy from them for like 20 bucks. It comes with this clip and all these screws, apparently. And what I wanted to do was put it on my Leah, which looks like T6. So what we should be able to do is take off these screws. Bada bing, bada boom. I need like a separate Ziploc. Be nice if I had a Ziploc laying around somewhere. Yep. Oh, what's that? More screws. Come on, there's gotta be an empty one somewhere. I usually keep empty ones. This should work. I don't know what that's for. I think it's for my something Andar that I have. Come on, fit in there, please. On an angle? Yeah. All right, so we'll drop this and the screws in there. You'll see in a second what I'm trying to do. Now, he gave me this so I could use it for the mini Arian that I have, but let's see if it works for this. So I just need, what, longer screws. Let's try this one. 2 of those is what I need right now. Those are the same. So let's try those 2. They need to be long enough to reach through the titanium and into the thread. So that's kind of the idea here. Man, I suck with these tiny little screws and such. I don't know if it's threading very deeply in there. This one is interesting. Why is that how it's supposed to be? Like sideways like that? I guess so. I guess that'll work. It's got a little movement to it, but not really up there. It's more because it's a long clip, right? Ooh. Tapper. What do you guys think? It looks alright. I don't know if I'd be digging that. Yeah, it's really loose. I think either this was bent or needs to be bent. I don't know. I'll mess around with it after this. I don't want to sit here and do this for the next 20 minutes. So I'm going to put this aside and I'll work on that in a second. So let's not worry about that. So I got that from Backpack B, the clip and the screws, which is cool, from Artisan. You can pick those up on Artisan's website for for 20 bucks. He also gave me this, which is, I don't know the storage. I don't know if it's 5 terabytes. That seems like a lot. No, 500 gigabytes. There you go. And basically, it's a USB-C portable sort of drive. So I could plug this into my MacBook, which would be good because I've had some issues with storage because I record and film so many damn videos that it can be sort of an issue. And he had a bunch of these, so he gave me an extra one, which is awesome. So I have that. Thank you to Brent for that. Let me put this in my little storage thing that I have from my buddy Brandon Thrasher, actually. Move some of this stuff around. Ah. Come on. There we go. All right, cool. And then we got some knives. So this is actually from Backpack B. Shout out to Brent again. This is a Shieldon knife. So I haven't handled any Shieldon knives. He said they sent him some to check out, which is awesome. And he handed me this one, and I was like, damn, that's pretty good fucking knife. This is called a Relicanth, I guess. There's a model number designed by their in-house guy, Django. And it's in D2, but it's coated, so that's okay. There's the Shieldon logo. And this is, like, pretty nice feeling G10. I thought it was, like, aluminum at first because of the feel. Nice liners, good backspacer. It's got a lanyard thing, but I kind of like how they did that. Now, it has a deep carry clip, which is awesome. That was one of the things I'd seen on their knives that I have seen, like, in other reviews that was an issue, was that they had a really shallow carry clip that wasn't deep carry. So they switched that up. I do wish it was reversible. That would be pretty cool, but I can see why with the milling and everything, it didn't really work out. The action on this thing, I mean, it's basically drop shut. It's got a good detent for the studs. It could be stronger for the flipper tab, but it's definitely strong enough. There's no issue there. Good reverse flick. It's got good lockup. I mean, it's a solid freaking budgety knife. I mean, I could see it. You know, I would hope it only costs like 50, 60 bucks, but at that price, this is a great knife. You know, it's very ergonomic in hand. I love the blade shape, the little poon. Just a cool knife. So that's the Shieldon Relicanth, which is cool. Then my buddy Joe loaned me 2 bangers to check out. And the first one is a Shiragorov what is it? F3NS, I think it is. And this has the purple sort of like dark matter fat carbon, I think it's called. Looks really cool. Check that out. Nice clip on there as well. It all matches really nice. It's a liner lock, dead centered. That's what I like about the liner lock. Nice jimping on the clip or on the flipper tab. Perfect detent. And you get that Shiro action. Just absolute money on this. This is the same knife, same configuration and everything that Mr. Amazing donated to Jared Neve's giveaway for, you know, trying to bring awareness to some other channels that I was involved in. So that was awesome. Yeah, this is the same knife, and man, this thing is incredible. Just feels so good, so smooth. D10 is on point, like, you're just not going to fail it, right? It's got that sort of Shirogorov blade shape. It's kind of like a sheep's drop point, in my opinion. Kind of looks like it's going to be a sheep's foot, but then it just is a drop point. I don't know. It's a very interesting blade shape. I like it. You know, I don't know why I don't own a Shiro. It's basically, I guess, because they're flipper only. They're totally, like, very well-built, awesome knives. I don't love the multi-row loose bearings because, you know, taking them apart can be a pain. And I don't like that you need a special tool, really, to get in there. Now, obviously, you can use a flathead, but they sell tools separately. And they have a spinning pivot with tooling on one side. That's obviously a big downfall here, but usually they're very solid. And they go together and come apart very nicely without play and such. So, yeah, this is an awesome knife. F3NS. And then the biggest surprise of the day, the knife everybody was just drooling over at this meetup. Put this aside, it's Joe's pouch. Hinderer XM18 3-inch Warnecliffe. And I fell in love with this knife at that meetup. I mean, it is so ergonomic. It's ridiculous how comfortable this is in my hand. It's one of the most comfortable knives I've ever handled. On top of that, you get that beautiful Warnecliffe blade that I obviously love for what I do. Such a lightweight blade, or lightweight knife, I mean, compared to every other Hinderer I've handled. The detent on point. Like, it does not hurt in any way to flip this witch's nose because the detent is dialed perfectly. I don't, maybe a little bit of blade play, but I'm kind of, you know, shaking the whole knife. Might need to just tighten down some of these screws. And then left-handed, the cool thing is you get the flick there, and you even get a very solid reverse flick. And again, it's probably because that detent is not super strong. It's definitely strong enough. So it does all the things well left-handed, right? Titanium frame lock side right there, over travel stop. You got your clip for tip up, tip down. I guess tip up, tip down, sorry. Yeah, it's just awesome. This one is in CPM 20CV. It has a flat grind, but, you know, it's not the thinnest or anything. I haven't cut with it yet, but I'm mostly going to use the tip. So she said, so, you know what I mean? I mean, look at this action for a Hinderer. Like, I don't know. I know Hinderers have good action in some cases, but there's usually a reason why, you know, blade play or something. And overall, this 3-inch size is just, man, it makes me want to try Hinderer again. But I want a 3-inch with a choil, and I kind of want the Warner. I kind of want this knife, Joe. Just let me have it with the Saga pen. Tried to convince him to sell me this because I love the blue, but he wouldn't do it. He has two. He has one in purple too, bastard. I'm just kidding, Joe. I know. I love you. I know you like your Saga pens. He's got one for each uniform. That's why he does it. I like it. It's my kind of guy right there. But yeah, this is just an excellent knife. I've talked shit on Hinderer, but man, the 3-inch is where it's at. I've heard Knives, I think, brag about his 3-inch as well. He has, I think, a 3-inch skinny slicer or something like that. And now I get it. These 3-inch ones are just perfect. Even though, you know, the bigger size in a lot of cases people would like better, but man, these are good. So I might try to find me one of these. I would carry it. I'd be more likely to carry it because of the size and weight, obviously. All those things combined just make it such a better knife than the 3.5-inch. So that's what I brought back. And then I gave Joe a couple knives to help sharpen. He's a sharpener. He's very good with his KME. I've shown some of his edges off. I don't know if I have anything here right now. Do I? What do I have? I have my Axon. He did. You can see he has a nice mirror polish. That's the kind of edge I want, obviously. Not everybody wants that, and that's okay. So yeah, it was a blast. We had fun. You know, oh, the knives I gave him my brown Cortex V2 because I think I fucked the tip up. I think I smacked it into something and I kind of like dulled it a little bit. And I sharpened the blade and that's fine, but the tip just is a little janky and I'm hoping he can just sharpen it and it'll just sharpen out. It'll just straighten up. We'll see how that goes. And then I also gave him my Asher Nomad full titanium with M390 to throw a mirror edge on, and the ProTech Lefty SBR because I just wanted that to be a little thinner behind the edge. Let's see if he can put a 17-degree edge on it. I think there might be one other one I gave him just to, you know, sharpen or whatever. So yeah, that's really it. Just kind of a knife ramble and an overview of my day. Collection diving. I'm officially a dive master now, thanks to Backpack B letting me in on the collection dives. That's freaking awesome. It's just such a blast hanging out with him and doing these. And oh, I didn't mention we also hung out with Joe's son, who came about an hour in, and then we did his collection as well. That kid's awesome. He's not really a kid, he's 18. That dude is awesome. I love that kid. And damn it, I said it again, sorry. And then he has a dog, like a Mastiff mix. Man, this dog loved me, first off. I have this weird thing with dogs. I've always been a big dog person, and they kind of gravitate towards me. I know that sounds weird, but like at least 2 or 3 times a year, I was telling them this, at least 2 or 3 times a year, a random dog just comes up to me, like off a leash, and I have to like find its home or what. It's so weird. I don't think that happens a lot to normal people. Like, we'll just be walking down the street. Like, we were walking down Main Street the one day with our kid, walking over to my parents' house, and this freaking lab just comes running out of between 2 houses, books it across a busy-ass road, and runs right up to me. And, like, just starts, like, being all friendly with me. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, I'm petting the dog, and then, you know, I found the collar, and then, you know, I'm trying to call the guy, and whatever. And then, like, 10 minutes later, this dude comes running out, and he's like, oh, I left the window open. I'm like, wait, what? And he gets his dog back. Or, like, I'll be walking down the street, or I'll be driving sometimes, and I'll just see a dog loose, like, in the neighborhood. I'm like, what the hell? And I'll, like, follow it, and then, like, get the dog will just come to me and be like, hey, what up? And then I can get him in my truck, and then I find his home. Like, it's so weird. It's been a couple cases where we wanted to keep the dog, but, like, then we did find their home, and it kind of sucked. Like, I don't know, just strange occurrences with dogs. That's literally how I got my first 2 dogs. Like my dogs. Like in high school, I got one, and then in college, I got the other, and they both have passed at this point. But I got both of them just like that. Like, I was in Michigan seeing friends, and there was just this dog, and he obviously was a stray, and nobody knew, whatever. Like, and I ended up with him. Like, and I had that dog for like 7 or 8 years, and he was my best friend. Riley was absolutely just amazing, and he passed a couple of years ago. That was rough. I really loved it. We had a crazy, just very unique bond, in my opinion. Anyway, I love that dog, and dogs are cool. So he has an awesome dog, and we bonded a little bit, and I wanted to keep her. But sadly, Joe also loves this dog, so I couldn't take her. So shout out to Zoe. Anyway, that's it. That's just a quick ramble day recap. Oh, and then I stopped by Best Buy on the way home, and I literally bought a refrigerator and a dryer within 15 minutes. We have been needing a fridge because every 2 days we have to empty the bottom of the freezer because there's some kind of leak. And there's just like a sheet of ice down there, like this thick, every couple days. And if we don't take that sheet out, it ends up it keeps building up, and then it leaks out onto the floor. And this has been going on for a couple months, and like, this fridge is like 30 years old. It came with the house. So we need to get a new one. And then the dryer just pooped out last night. Mid drying my clothes. I don't know, maybe I put too much in for once, and it just crapped out. Again, came with the house, like 30 years old, right? So I had been researching fridges, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going in there. I'm going to buy what I need, and I'm going to roll out. Like, I'm not doing this whole thing where I research and do all this crap. So I ended up with a Samsung fridge for like $12.50, and then I got a just like basic Whirlpool dryer for like $600 or something. And then delivery and install and all that shit. So we'll have new appliances in a week or so. But that was fun. So today was, it was eventful. And it was awesome. And then I spent some time with the family, and my wife just made dinner, and it was delicious. So that was my day, guys. I don't know who cares, but that's what I'm here doing, telling you. So I'm really digging the Saga pen. Gonna get one of these at some point. I think Shieldon Knives looks like an up-and-coming budget brand. I believe they are based, like the guys who started it are from Kaiser originally. I think Kaiser just got too big, and then people wanted to branch. You know what I mean? Like, people want to make money. So there's certain guys there that branched out and started their own companies, and that's awesome. So I'm definitely digging this knife from Shieldon. I don't know much other than that. And then I got these other loaners from Joe, the Shiro F3NS and the ridiculously awesome, might not give it back, Hinderer XM18 3-inch Warney. So I love you guys. Let me know what you think about these knives, this pen, collection divers. What do you think about collection divers? Do you guys enjoying the series? It's all Brent. I mean, he does all the editing, all that shit. I just go with him, you know, when I can and fucking bullshit, you know. I can handle that part. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.